Hello, and welcome to Dementia 102. We are Dominique
Michelle.
And Catherine.
from the Grayson branch, and we are back this month with more resources for beginning caregivers and hopefully some new ones for more experienced caregivers. We would like to remind you that we are in no way medical or legal professionals, and any questions or concerns you have about these and other topics should be directed to your primary care physician, medical specialist, or legal advisor.
Oxford Dictionary defines dementia as a chronic or persistent disorder of mental processes caused by brain disease or injury and marked by memory disorders, personality changes, and impaired reasoning. This slide shows the common types of dementia as stated from the Alzheimer's Association. Alzheimer's disease is the most common, accounting for 60 to 80% of all cases. Vascular dementia is the second most common. So here are some resources for other types of dementia. The National Institute on Aging, or better known as the NIA, is a website that offers information about the science of healthy aging. As stated on their About Us page, NIA scientists and other experts review the content of this website before it is published to ensure that it is evidence-based, accurate, authoritative, and up-to-date information. This resource has information on Alzheimer's disease, but also on other dementias. Follow the link on this page to find more material on frontotemporal dementia, Lewy body dementia, and more. Some subcategories that you might want to check out are symptoms and diagnosis, treatment and caregiving, and much more. They offer resources for current research and clinical trials as well. The next resource on this page is the Association for Frontotemporal Degeneration. This online resource offers information about frontotemporal degeneration, or FTD. FTD is the most common dementia for those under 60, yet is widely misunderstood and often misdiagnosed. This is a quote offered on their website. The AFTD website offers a multitude of resources from the disease overview and its associated disorders to where to find help to manage the challenges when it comes to a FTD diagnosis. This next resource is the Family Caregiver Alliance. This page provides links to this organization's strategies for caregiving, covering a wide variety of topics from behavior management strategies to palliative care. You can find the full list at this website. The University of California, San Francisco has an Institute for Neurosciences. This is a great resource to explore. Check out the menu on the left to see information for a number of dementias. Each page includes further resources to consider after diagnosis.
The AARP offers a printable PDF of their Family Caregiver Checklist. You'll be able to access it from the URL shown on this slide. It's an extensive checklist, clocking in at 51 pages long, but it was also the most detailed out of the checklists we found. It is multi-purpose, meaning caregivers for dementia patients as well as caregivers for elderly family members will find useful topics in its chapters. Inside this checklist, you can find descriptions of what kinds of information will be covered in each chapter, as well as brief descriptions of why this information is important. The PDF also includes blank fillable sheets where you can write down the information it asks for to save in a safe place. Some websites provide legal support to caregivers. Here are two websites that include tips and lists of legal problems caregivers might face. We've already talked about one before, the Family Caregiver Alliance. This slide shows the specific URL to their legal issues page. You can also access it by choosing the Caregiver Education tab on their main page, selecting the Caregiving Issues and Strategies topic, and then clicking on legal issues from the list they provide. The Senior Link article listed might be a blog post, but it supplies quick links to more resources for more in-depth information. Those sources include the National Institute on Aging, another source we mentioned earlier, and the American Bar Association. Like we showed you in the Dementia 101 program, the Alzheimer's Association website also has articles providing legal tips and advice. However, always be sure to talk to a lawyer if you have any legal questions or issues. A specific care topic that caregivers eventually consider is respite care. The Leona M. Kitchen Foundation provides a voucher for respite care. You can read information detailing how it can be used and find the application by following the Foundation's URL listed on this slide. Dementia Care Central is a resource created by a grant from the National Institute on Aging. It provides educational information on dementia and caregiving. Respite care is one of the many topics it covers. The information provided, including respite care options and things a caregiver might consider before and while seeking respite care.
In Dementia 101, we mentioned the list of local support groups for caregivers available on the Piedmont Healthcare 60+ Dementia Education and Support Program website. This resource also offers dementia workshops for caregivers with topics that include caregiver stress, the healthcare system, legal and financial considerations, and managing difficult dementia behaviors. These workshops are free and open to anyone in the community. There is also a 60+ helpline with free and expert help for older adults or their caregivers with finding local resources and aging-related services. The 60+ helpline number is 404-605-3867. The website and helpline number for this resource is displayed on the screen. We have compiled a list of print resources available through GCPL's catalog, which features titles about Alzheimer's and other dementias, caregiving resources, and memoirs of those who have gone through the journey. This list is called Dementia Caregivers One-Stop Shop and can be found in the library's catalog by changing your keyword search to list and typing in Dementia Caregivers One-Stop Shop. You can also access this list by clicking on the link in the description of this video on GCPL's YouTube page after clicking Show More, or by scanning the QR code shown on the screen with your smartphone. We wanted to point out a few titles on our list that could be helpful for a caregiver or for someone diagnosed with dementia. The first title is called Dementia Reimagined: Building a Life of Joy and Dignity from Beginning to End. It was written by leading psychiatrist and bioethicist Dr. Tia Powell. This title delves into the history of dementia and Alzheimer's disease, while also sharing the impact dementia has had on her life when her grandmother and mother were diagnosed with the disease. Dr. Powell helps the reader understand the disease through her eyes as both a medical professional and a caregiver. The second title we would like to mention is The 36-Hour Day, a family guide to caring for people who have Alzheimer's disease, related dementias, and memory loss, by Nancy L. Mace and Peter V. Rabins. This title was originally published in 1981 and, with updates, remains a definitive guide to living with dementia and caring for someone with dementia. It discusses and gives advice for all aspects of caregiving, including uncomfortable or embarrassing situations. The last title we want to mention is The Mayo Clinic on Alzheimer's Disease and Other Dementias. This book covers typical symptoms of dementia, how to get the proper diagnosis, common types of dementia, and how to adjust to the diagnosis. It also offers tips for the caregiver in managing day-to-day challenges of caring for someone living with dementia.
That's all the resources we have for you this time. Please remember that we are not medical or legal professionals, and that this program does not replace talking with your primary care physician, medical specialist, or legal advisor about any questions or concerns you might have. Thank you for joining us today for Dementia 102.